Okay. Okay. What's good, everybody? What's popping, y'all? It's the official King Pain and Safion Jawan. And this is the G panel reloaded. And we have another exclusive for you guys. How's everybody doing? Make sure that you guys are sharing this live, liking this video, and subscribe to the home of the Lituation. Okay. And that's just on period. What's going on, Safion? How are
What is going on? I'm doing great. Life is good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. What did you do for Valentine's Day?
You said what?
What did you do for Valentine's Day?
I was lonely. That's what I did for Valentine's Day.
You was lonely. Ooh.
Yeah, I ain't got no nigga. I did go to
Mm.
a Saturday dinner though with a couple of my friends. It was really good. We went to Texas Day Rizzo. I don't like that restaurant. It's too bougie. They don't have enough selections. None of the drinks, soft or alcohol or non-alcoholic, are refilled. It's too damn expensive. They took too long bringing the meat out. We can't take food home. Like,
It sounded like you was just bitter that you was alone on Valentine's Day. You was complaining about everything. You said, I'm gonna complain about everything here. Okay, oh period. My food gonna be
oh
damn
no, I
near free
didn't.
when I
If
get
you,
up out of here.
oh no, I didn't. If you did, that actually did happen, but it wasn't with me.
My. So you didn't complain.
No, I ain't complaining on one bit. That pina
That's
colada was
what's up.
good though. That's what shut me up. I was like,
That's
it made
what's
me
up.
go
My
outside.
Valentine's Day was uneventful. Well, it wasn't uneventful, but I didn't get it in, okay, on period like everybody else was, okay? I didn't get no chocolate. Okay. Um, but I did go out. I went to the beach and I had fun on the beach. I got to chill with family. I barbecued, okay, on period. The Fish Campaign barbecues too. And I made ribs and chicken
Was
noodle
it beef?
and all. Hmm?
Was it beef?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. All of it tastes the
I don't
same to
want no
me.
more pork. I'm over pork.
All of it tastes the same to me. Oh, so without further ado, you guys, we have a very special guest backstage. Ooh. But I'm not gonna bring him up until you guys share this live. Share this
Yeah.
motherfucking live, y'all, and drop some crowns in the comments. Okay, I have a very special guest backstage. Ooh. Period. Let me make sure that let me make sure that I share it. Ooh. Oh shit. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Oh, why Instagram always be playing with me? Instagram always be playing with my share. Okay, on period. Let the people know that we live. Ooh, they be making it up. Okay. We took the video of Carrie D down. No, we didn't. It's there. That
Yes, we
video is
did.
there. What are you talking about? Oh, good. That video is there. That video is there. Okay, on period. So let me go ahead and pull up Troy. You guys make sure that you guys are dropping crowns in the comments for Troy. Hey Troy,
Just
what's
send love to
going on?
him. Hey y'all, what's the tea?
Period.
How
What's
y'all
going on,
feeling?
friend?
How you
We
I'm
have the
good.
feeling?
one and only Troy from the Chasing Atlanta.
Boom, 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 boom. You know, you make it sound like
Big dog.
Yay!
Big dog.
the big dog. The big
The
dog is
big
on the
dog.
lituation, the G panel. What's up? What's good? How y'all
Yes.
feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you? How was your
I'm
Valentine's Day?
My Valentine's Day was I don't know how to explain it. It was immaculate. It was amazing. It was everything a girl could want.
Oh, I know that's right.
It's
I know
everything
that's
a
right.
girl
What
could
did you
want.
do?
Who me?
Yes. What did you
Oh, what
do?
I well, so Friday, my boo flew in town, and
Yes.
we actually, I think Friday we like just got dinner, ate food or whatever case may have you. But Saturday we got up, we went to brunch. We got really lit at brunch, and then I ended up going out with some friends because he wanted to go get some things with his friends for me. Well, finish shopping for me. So I ended up, going out with my friends, and then we got home and he gave me some gifts. I gave him some gifts. And then Sunday, we went to the aquarium, which was like really really fun to me because they have a new shark exhibit at the Atlanta Aquarium, and I love sharks. I'm like,
Oh,
I
I think
love
I seen that on your
sharks.
Instagram, the jellyfish.
yes, I love me some sharks. I
Yes.
love the aquarium. So I got to go to the new shark exhibit, which was like amazing. And then after that, he took me to a really nice restaurant that I didn't know that was in Atlanta. He literally went on. He was on TikTok like for the last couple weeks, like trying to figure out where to take me. Like, what's the best restaurant in Atlanta? And he took me there, and it was like really really fun. Like they had music, they had the hookah, they had the bottles, they had everything you needed to have a good time, and it was just me and him. So I really enjoyed that. And then he came me home, brought me home, and I had some drinks and some more gifts, and I had
You always
him.
got you some hookah. You ever think about starting your own hookah
Ain't
business?
this?
Ooh?
I should. I love me a hookah. And see, I thought about it, but I get in my head like, and it's crazy, y'all, that I'm an entrepreneur and I think like this, but I get in my head because, like, George has started his own hookah thing on um, chasing Dallas, and I was like, I don't want to start a hookah or something, and then they feel like, oh wait, he doing this because of me. I'm not that girl. But I know, right? But I am in the midst of taking bartending school, bartending classes, to where I am gonna start bartending very soon, and I am gonna do like my own little side bartending. So that may be a thing to add on to my bartending, like bartending and hookah. So bitch, I bring you the hookah and I bring you the liquor too.
Okay,
I like that.
I about to say because I went to bartender school. So what that mean? You gonna quit school now? Okay, on period. What's for you is for
Not at
you.
all.
If George is doing that over there in Dallas, let him do that over there in Dallas.
Dallas, you are absolutely right. And see, I'm trying to get myself out of that mindset because I be in that mindset a lot, and I think that stops me from like following a lot of my like other goals or dreams that I want to do.
Absolutely. Safian?
Hey, Safion, what's the tea?
I forgot. I was gonna ask you something. I forgot.
Safian wants to know
Oh,
where who is Troy? Where were you born?
Well, Troy is literally the only child. Like I'm just that's why I like a brat majority of the time. I'm the only child. I'm from Lake City, Florida. Um, I went to Florida A&M University, which is like the number one HBCU in the nation. Go Rattlers! I graduated from FAMU with my public relations degree, and so after that, sorry, y'all, my dog is crazy, and I had to watch her because she pissed on my phone and kill her. But I literally, I'm just a fun, outgoing person. Like I can say that now because I've really found myself, especially after being on Chasing Reality. So it's just, it's a new me, it's a new feel, and like you'll get to see all of that while we're on here tonight.
how was your upbringing?
Absolutely.
Like,
My upbringing, wow. I'm actually in therapy right now about my upbringing, so that should tell you a fucking lot. But no, my upbringing it wasn't it wasn't bad. I have great parents, but in the black like household, um, and especially being the only child, like a lot of things were said to me, especially like, I was a more feminine young man. So I wasn't like, just, I wasn't out gay at the time, but it was just like, I had feminine ways. And then, I had like cousins and things like that try to say, oh, he's going to be gay when he growing up and all this kind of stuff. And I had to deal with a lot of that with just at school, stuff like that. And then I was very, attention hungry kind of thing. Like I needed attention because I felt like not necessarily at home I didn't get the attention, but most black parents aren't really touchy, feely, and let's go do this all the time kind of thing. So when I was at school, I used to get in trouble a lot. So I used to get my ass towed up, and I used to and a lot of things like yelling at me, all these things that happened in my childhood in therapy. I'm learning that's why I react to a lot of things a certain way because of how I was brought up. But
eh,
my upbringing wasn't bad. I got majority of everything I wanted, especially being the only child. It was nothing that I lacked or wanted for, thank God. But some things can cause you trauma as you're growing, and I'm getting over that trauma now. I'm 27, and I'm just now starting to get over it.
that kind of reminds me of when I
Absolutely.
grow up. I definitely could relate with you on that. I definitely could. So, how did you get onto chasing reality? Like, what made you want to do reality TV?
I didn't want to do reality TV, child. I didn't want to do reality TV, but however, when Chasing the Reality first started, one of the first cast members on the show on season one was his name was Devon, and Devon went to FAMU too. And so
Devon.
when he got, yes, Devon,
I know Devon.
Devon was very trade back then. Like he was very, very much one of the trade girls when we right. He was one of the trade girls when we were in college, and like he wasn't out like, especially like the dance team that he was on in college. You couldn't be, especially during that time. Like as the years went by, like as I was in school, like you could be open and be on certain things and do certain shit, but like being on dancing he was on, you couldn't be openly gay, you couldn't do all that. So he was very much trade. So then when I seen that he posted on his page that he was on Chasing Atlanta and it had all these punks on there, I was like, well damn, Devon came out. I gotta watch the show. So I watched the show for the first two seasons actually. And when I moved to Atlanta, they were getting ready to film season three. And Montel, who was on season two, I seen him and Cameron out one night, and I was like, I walked up to them and I was like, because me and Montel had followed each other on Instagram, and we kind of like hit it off as friends on Instagram. And so after that, I was just like, I went and spoke that night. I seen him out. I was like, hey y'all, I love y'all on the show. And he was like, hey friend. He was like, it's good to see you in Atlanta now, whatever. And that was Montel. And so he was like, you should apply for the show. And I was like, me? He was like, yeah, well, you do styling, like you've been popping in Tallahassee before you moved here. He was like, I think you should, get on the show, whatever. And he was like, and if you apply, I got you. I'll put a word in for you. And I was like, okay, cool. So literally that night was the deadline, so I literally went home that night. I was drunk. I never forget. I was drunk as fuck. I didn't even submit a video because I was so drunk. I filled out the paperwork. I filled out the little essay and all that stuff about why you feel like you should be on the show. And literally, like maybe 2 days later, they called me and was like, they wanted me to come in and do an interview. I did my interview, and after I did my interview, baby, the rest was history. They was just like, we like your personality. And in the interview, I was able to show them like kind of this side, but then when the cameras cut on, it was like, oh, girl, I gotta do that on camera too. And then I was out, but like knowing that this was gonna be seen by a lot of people. I was out to a certain family, and I was out to, but I hadn't come out to my dad yet. So it was just like I was scared to really be overly myself on the show, and but yeah, that's how I got on Chasing Atlanta season three.
And how did you get over your camera fright or your stage fright?
Child, I'm still stage right. Like I'm still when those cameras cut on, it's like now in my mind, it's like okay, I think about how I think about work. Like when I have to, and I also think about like, okay, you're now around your friends because like I would say this season three, I didn't really know anybody coming onto the show besides Montel and Cameron, and even then, still, and Keeping, I'm pretty sure you can relate to this. Being a Cancer, you can't really open up to people unless you like know them. Like you have to really want to, you have to really know people or really trust people to show your true self, your personality, and who you are. Because some people sometimes will use that against you, and so eventually, like I just started looking at okay, well now I got a job to do, bitch. So like get on here and they want to see you act how you act when you're outside or when you're twerking, turning up with your friends and your girls outside. So that's what you need to do and show that person on camera. And so like now, like this season, you're like the girls are like they thought I was a whole new person last year because Troy wasn't like this on season three. He was so quiet. Now he's all of his confessionals loud, and then he's with his friends, and they fighting, and then, but baby, if you couldn't take me season four, baby, you definitely gonna be able to take me season five because it's a whole other ball game. It's a whole other ball game.
I know
See,
that's right.
You're the only one that actually went and did your homework before you signed up for something. Everybody else basically told us like, which is not a problem, but basically everybody else that was on here would tell us like, oh, I didn't come to that show. That show came to me, or oh, they came and wanted me on the show. And then when their experiences would turn out how they turned out, it was kind of like other reality shows how people be like, oh, well, I never watched Bad Girls Club, and then when they go on there and be like, I didn't even know I was gonna get into this, or I never watched The Real World, or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
So the fact that you actually went back to do your homework, I like that because I do that.
Because,
I watch stuff before I get on there to see what I'm getting myself into to know how to navigate. So you obviously knew the
right.
assignment. You knew the assignment. You aced it very well.
And I think a lot of people that do reality TV, they may I wouldn't even say they watch the show, but they'll see it and they may watch one episode and be like, oh, I think I could do that, and then go on there. Versus, like I said, I
Right.
watched from season one till season two, and after that, I was like, I could do it, but I wasn't prepared for the cameras like being dead in my face, like it's like, okay, when the cameras cut on, you gotta go. Like you can't hold back. You can't wait and see what happened. Like you gotta be your own person and really jump in because at this point, if you don't, you're gonna drown and sink. Honestly,
Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, pretend like the camera's not even there. When the cameras come on, I don't even like, I'm not no actor. So, I just do me.
right?
That's all I can do. All I can do is give you me. So, I
Yeah, and
mean,
that's
if that not good enough, then you.
right, and that's definitely what I felt like this season. Like when the cameras cut on, I am still a little shy, but it's like I've learned now, like especially watching and seeing what the supporters say in the comments, like it's no other way for me to just be myself because people like that, and then some people don't. But hell, everybody ain't gonna like you in life, so you just gotta do you.
Is this your quote right here?
Walking in like that girl
No,
when you
that's
know you're not
Charlie's.
that girl. Walk that walk walk.
This wrong person, wrong person. That's
wrong
not Troy.
wrong person. But however, I walk in the room like I am that girl, and I still own that bitch like I am that girl. Just know that. Like I had to stop letting people. One thing somebody told me: stop letting people dim your light. Stop going in the room and dimming your light because you feel like somebody's bigger than you. Like if you act like you're just as big as them, bitches will notice you too. So boom,
Period.
and that's on here yet.
So how
Yes.
was your first half of the experience chasing season 3 of Chasing Atlanta? Like, how did you interact with the cast and how did you maneuver through the drama going into the first half of the season?
Season three, ugh, I hated season three.
Why?
Because one, I would say I love the cast at the time, and I love all the cast now, but except for some people. But however, on season three, like I said, I didn't know anybody, and then by me not knowing anybody, it was like by me not knowing anybody, it was just like, okay, well, I have to really get to learn these people and know these people. And so once I started being around the group and started seeing everybody's individual personalities, it was like, okay, I can vibe with people. But then you had at the time, this is when Lauren was just getting into her like herself, and she was a queen bee, and this is before she, started, reversing herself and learning herself and being, the happy person that she is now. And she like, she said before, when you're unhappy, like you try to make other people unhappy. And I just feel like a lot of things that they used to do or say at the time, like it used to make me feel uncomfortable because, you know, I'm not the kind of person that go around and just be like, oh, I got this, I got that, or I live this and I live that. And it was just like to see that, I think it kind of made me like be like, well, damn, bitch, why you on this show? As far as myself, like, why you on this show? Because these girls do this, this, that, and the third, and then you're over here and you're working your 9 to 5, and you're going to work and you're still out here trying to do, build your business, but it seems like they already got it all together. So it was like, kind of, what are you doing here? But then when I started meeting people like Cameron and then Montel and you had Q who still worked 9 to 5 at the time, and they still did their thing. Although everybody didn't show that, I still felt like it was a part of my story to show because only reason because I feel like for me, and I understand what, and I told Lauren this too when after that season. I understand that the production may have said when they were looking for people on the show that this is about people that are already in their dreams, chasing their dreams. But for me, chasing Atlanta meant my own definition was I came here and I'm chasing. Like I there because at the end of the day, you can't be already established and be chasing if that makes sense. Like to me, chasing is starting out like I'm working my 9 to 5, but guess what? I'm putting in that money to go out here and do my, build my business and do all that. Like I'm chasing these celebrities, I'm
Right.
chasing this money, I'm chasing, new audiences and things like that. So that's what chasing meant to me. So it's just like I'm gonna get on this show and show that. And I think that's what a lot of people that's where I got a lot of my supporters from season three because they love that I was able to show that part of my journey because not once on this show have I seen that done.
Absolutely. So you're a wardrobe stylist from Florida, okay, and your brand is touched by tagged.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I seen another interview. You were saying something about celebrities. Have you nailed nailed one yet?
However, so I would say this. I kind of stopped styling because I realized, and I said this on Imani's show when I had interviewed Imani like a while back. And she said that she had asked me a question, and I was just like, well, I used to want to be behind the scenes because I was scary and I was that person that didn't want to show like who I was. But then I realized like, bitch, you have a personality, like you're really that girl. So it's just like, why not be out and about? Like, however, to say all that, I don't style anymore. I do want to start my clothing line back up that I had when I was in college, but I don't style anymore. I have branched off into media and entertainment to where I do my online talk show, which I'm getting ready to bring back, which I can't really talk about because it's gonna be on the show. But I am gonna bring that my Talk Live Tuesdays back. It's gonna be very much one show a month where I do like my sit down interview, and I'm gonna do the rest like podcast style to where I am in a podcast studio, which is something that I've been working on finding. So, but I'm gonna do a podcast studio, and actually do it into like a more podcast. Cause like I want to be able to sit here like this and just talk my shit, and not have to be like, oh, girl, you got to sit back and be quiet and be cute while you sitting there and ask the person the questions. Like, yes, I want to be on daytime TV one day or hell nighttime TV, but at the end of the day, I really just had to step out of being in the background and like because like I said, Chase Atlanta really showed me that I had a personality and being on this platform. So it was just like, why not do something that you're good at? And when I look back at it, King Payne, literally, I got on my YouTube and I forgot. Like, damn, I used to do interviews in college. I
Oh,
was sitting in
okay.
I was sitting in my room with my red background in my college apartment and bringing people on my show or just doing interviews about different products and different clothes that was out. And I was like, damn, like I always said I would never go back to my degree. I would never be in journalism. And it's like, damn, I'm right back in journalism in a sense.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it's all part of media, so
Yeah,
you kind of got to get in where you fit in.
yeah, definitely.
Period. So
But I
how
will
has it?
But to answer your question, I did assist style a lot of celebrities. Like I said, I'm not the person that really, and somebody that's on this season now says that, Troy, you really don't talk about who you work with. He was like, because a stylist that I used to make designs for, he was like, I've seen you with them at, XX person's, uh, event, or I see you with them at Access Person, photo shoot. And I was like, yeah, like I really don't talk about like stuff like that, but I've interned with Sean Melton. She used to style. Well, she has her own boutique now. She doesn't really style anymore. But I worked with her when she styled Monica. She styled Gucci Mane for when he first got out of jail for his first day out, and he had did the BT Hip Hop Awards with that black fur. And he had those little Fendi balls on his fur. I helped style that. Um, I have worked with Ryan the Style with Erica from Love and Hip Hop. I've worked with him with Elise Neal. I've helped him with a few of his celebrity clients. I helped Felipe G. He styled. He was helping out Brian Javar. I still have those pictures in my phone when Brian Javar had styled Queen Naja for her Hold Mama's Hand video. Like I've worked with a lot of known people. It's just not something that I put out there because you know, it's kind of like it was a no IG Jeremy thing. Like you knew me on social media, but you didn't know like what I was doing. Just know I was making my coins from it.
Okay, on period. So speaking of celebrities,
Mm-hmm.
Imani Van Zap,
Uh
she
huh.
recently left the Chasing Reality brand. What are your thoughts on that?
um, my honest thoughts now. I will say this: I respect Imani only because she did come in and she did bring something different to the platform that I think we loved at one point. But I did think, however, during you guys' season, and I know she did an interview and said like a lot of the things were supposed to be referred to like to Q and it was supposed to be towards Q. But to me, it's kind of like she put an attack on the cast and she started demeaning the cast in a sense. So it kind of made me feel
Exactly.
like, well, girl, I hope you don't come back. I hope this is not going to be your new way of doing things and you come back to this season with Chase Atlanta because they know us girls over here. Like we will come back at you if it's that thing. But it's like I respect and I love Amani. I'm proud of her growth and where she came from. Just don't forget where you came from. But I think that she's off to do better things now. But however, you know it was something different for reality TV, but it's not normal reality TV. So if they did have a commentator, or have somebody come back and do something like that, cool. But if not, I wouldn't care either way, only because like reality TV, the people are here to watch the show, get into the girls of the confessionals, and I feel like a lot of things can't really be pointed out, or people can't really feel the way they have to feel because they have this one person like swaying them this way or that way kind of thing.
Mm.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you were a part of one of the most epic fights in Chasing Reality history.
Was he? My head still hurt from
Woo!
that.
Allegedly, ooh, you were jumped by Kendra
Hmm.
and Wayne. You and Oliver were jumped by Kendra and Wayne. What advice did Imani give you after that?
So Oliver wasn't jump. Oliver didn't fight. No shade.
Yeah, I was about to
Uh,
say Oliver ain't do shit.
Oliver didn't get touched. It was just me and my best friend. Good thing my best friend was there because they probably would have really jumped me for real. But no, I love Kendra. And me and Wayne are cool now. It's like we can't really say all that, but you will see in the season how it unfolds. Like we're not besties, but things are fixable. But however, after that, Imani, you know, I would say she did understand why I reacted the way I did, but she did say that I have to learn to control my emotions and control how I react to things. But I will say this from that fight into the person I am now, especially with me being in therapy, therapy has taught me that even with that fight, it just goes back to like my childhood. Like, but I feel like when I'm talking or I don't have a voice to say anything or whatever is happening, it's like so I normally just shut down. And in that moment, it's my birthday. I had already shut down when they were doing all like the back and forth, back and forth. So it was like after I had said, "Can y'all stop?" like 3 or 4 times, it was like next thing when something launched towards Oliver, and it came towards Oliver, and I was just like, "Oh no, now we doing shit." So I just threw my drink. And in that moment, it was just like that was my reaction because it was like I don't like bullies, or I don't like to feel like people are being bullied, kind of thing. And as a friend, I felt like I was standing up for my friend in that moment. But Imani actually kind of understood where I came from and understood like my point of view and to why I said certain things that I said and why I reacted the way I reacted because it was a lot. It was definitely a lot.
So her reactions to the drama on Chasing Atlanta was drastically different to the from the reactions that we got on Chasing LA.
Definitely, I will say yes.
My, my, my. My,
I
my,
will
my.
say yes.
So it was
How
your
did you feel?
birthday. One more question. It was your event. And what was going on, friend? They said the food was cold.
Was it shrimps in there? It looked like it was shrimps in there.
Well,
I love
It was
shrimp.
definitely it was definitely shrimp in that ling. We had literally shrimp and lobster linguine. My best friend had cooked it, and we had it on warmers. But by the
I'm getting
time they
hungry.
started doing by the time they started doing all that, like we couldn't even eat. Like our goal was to come in, eat, and do whatever, and it was just like they didn't give us a chance to do that. So it was just like, hell, y'all get what y'all get now because
I already know. By the time it was time to eat, all the warmers then went out because everybody was arguing and
everybody was arguing,
fighting.
and
Everybody
we had
Like,
already
that
came hot as hell.
like I
right,
know
and we
you
had
ain't expect the food to be hot 5 hours later.
later, pretty much, and we literally had been filming. Me and my friend got there maybe like I think the brunch started at like maybe we were supposed to be there like one. Me and my friend got there like 12:45. We had to put the stuff in there, had to put it on warmers. We didn't actually start filming until like 2 o'clock because I remember we had to be out of there by 4. So we didn't start filming until like 2, and it was just like bitch, it's been like 2 hours that we've been sitting here with the food on the warmers, and then you can't have the food under there too long because then it's gonna fucking be sticky and stuck together. And it was pasta. Like we literally made pasta, shrimp, and lobster tails. And it was supposed to be like a really cute
Now, was it
plating.
all you can eat? Because Travis ate. I think he had like 3 or 4 plates.
Baby Travis, it wasn't all you can eat, but hell, he could have. We had them damn lobsters and shrimp in the refrigerator because we took all that food back to our house, and that's why they was mad about them $30 because they didn't eat. And yeah, we ate every piece of lobster and shrimp in that damn bowl. We sure did.
Ooh,
Me and
I
my
know that's
friend.
right.
Now I got a
Period.
couple of questions to that scene. Um, Q, Lauren, and who else? No, Q and Lauren were supposed to be invited there. You invited them, correct? Okay,
I
so
did.
they didn't show up. So do you feel like if they would have showed up, because I remember Kendra was waiting to hear from them because she wanted to confront them. how do you feel it would have went down if both of them would have showed up? Do you feel like it would have gotten worse? Do you feel like it would have probably came to a resolution in the end? Y'all could have just
Well,
ate.
I think they would have been fighting them and not fighting me. I honestly do feel like they would have been fighting each other. Like, cause she really had words for Lauren at the time, and Wayne and Q had issues. So if they would have came, I feel like it would have just been them going back and forth versus me and then Oliver. I feel like I wouldn't have to really step in anything, but also at the end of the day, it was still my birthday party. Like it was supposed to be my birthday brunch and for us to like really sit there and reconcile. So I feel like either way, I probably would have still been upset, but I don't feel like it would have been my fight at that moment. It would have been them going at it.
So how did you feel about Oliver not jumping into defending when you got tag team? Because a lot of people, including me, I feel like there was no like, even though some people feel like, oh, well, Troy threw himself in it, but my thing was like, I get where Troy was coming from, honestly speaking, and I feel like if my friend is fighting for me and he's getting tag team, I'm swinging, especially if somebody just threw something at my face. Because there's a couple of times when Oliver got touched and didn't do nothing, and then in the green screens it'd be kind of like he's mad and this and the third. And how did you feel about him leaving you there for you to defend yourself? Well, you didn't really. Your friend came in, but basically when it
He
Yeah.
was
didn't
up to
leave. I think
him.
he was standing behind the wall or something.
He was standing behind. Well, he was standing behind the camera people over there. He was still yelling, but like in that moment, I felt very like let down and betrayed. And I still understand where he comes from. I guess in a sense because I guess of his platform and him not saying that's how he was raised or whatever. But I did also tell him like you can't be doing all that rah rah and going back and forth with people if that's not how you were raised and that's not what you're gonna give because he will always say, you know, he's from Florida and he's
Hmm.
this and the third. But bitch, I'm from Florida too, and the Florida that I'm from, I don't give a fuck where you was raised. Like my cousins them on daycares and all that, but my cousin will come knocking at your front door in
Hey,
her
Nick in the
BMW.
motherfucking
Hi,
building.
Nene.
I know that's
But
right.
they literally like I have like I said I have cousins that are money makers and like they may not be on TV but they have their own businesses like and my cousin like I said will pull up in her BMW and be right at your front door knock on your door like what's up. So regardless, my thing is regardless of where you are at in life, you just never forget where you came from. And if a bitch gonna jump on my friend or be doing something at my friend and my friend is defending me, I'm gonna defend my friend. Just like even with me, like I didn't like and y'all will see on the show like things that happened on this season. Like we didn't fight per se, but trust me and believe, like shit's not over.
My. Yes.
And
Let's
all you
hot.
guys are cool now,
Let's
right?
shoot.
Yes,
Let's shoot
me,
the shit
Oliver,
shed.
and Kendra are cool.
Good.
Let's
I'm
shoot the
happy for
shit
that.
shed. Facts. You can't run your mouth and not be ready to throw them hands.
True tease, true tease. You cannot, you
My.
can't. Because one thing about me, I'm not a pump faker, and that's why I don't really like arguing, and that's why I'm in therapy now, really to try to not react to all that kind of stuff because it's just like at the end of the day, you have to learn to let people are going to use their words, and I don't mind going back and forth with you, but like when she just like when she threw the bowl or something, it was just like okay, like you done threw one too many things, and it's just like now it's kind of a problem.
Do
My.
you do you feel like there were production favors? Like, do you feel like some people kind of outshine more people when it came to getting screen time, like what they were doing with their businesses and all that, and showcasing versus everybody else since it was an ensemble cast?
Yes, definitely, definitely. Season three, I would say that season four, kind of, sorta, but I think that um, in my mind, I kind of felt like it was just like, well, who's gonna bring in the most views, or who are people gonna like the most? But come like, and this is no shade to anybody. Come to find out, like I was a fan favorite, and I didn't really have to do shit. I was myself. So it's just like when you are a star and when you don't have to do too much to stand out, then you just know who like it automatically just comes natural. So it's like this year, I will say that I have more scenes and a lot more things that I'm showing because one, I think that like I said, I've been booked doing hostings. I've been booked doing my I've had a few events myself. Me and Nick had an event together. You know, a lot of things that we've been doing this season. So I will say that everyone is getting their fair shot this year, per se, for me, from what I think. I think everyone is getting their fair shot versus season season 3 and 4. I feel like it was, uh, and not even season 4. Yeah, part of season 4 because I don't feel like a lot of the newbies were able to really show themselves season 4. It was like more so older cast got more shine. But I think this season everybody is really getting their fair shot, and maybe it's because we got more camera crew. Maybe it's because the girls are, but the girls are in their bags.
How
All of
is
the
it
girls.
this season being a part of the number one LGBT web series on the internet?
It's amazing. Like it's literally the best fucking season by far. And when I tell y'all, you're not gonna want to miss one episode. Like every episode this season, you can't miss an episode because if you miss an episode, you're gonna literally be behind. You're gonna literally be lost because literally every episode, every scene, every moment connects with each other. So it's literally like a fucking production. Like and Dario has put his foot he held his foot on my damn neck
Ooh,
at this point. Like he has not been playing with anybody. Like it's like, bitch, you gotta show up to the scenes. You ain't showing up to the scenes, you potentially can get fired. Like it's literally like A1 production. So we dealing with Dario Scott Young. Nah, we dealing with uh Dario Cohen this season because we ain't dealing with
ooh,
Mama.
my,
Yeah.
my, my.
So you feel like it's giving Real Housewives of Atlanta versus Bad Girls Club? Because I feel like,
Of
yeah, I
course,
feel like, no, you
in the
know.
trailer, of course, you see like the fighting, and that's just to get the girls hyped up because it's like you can't just post us doing our regular shit and think that bitch is just gonna watch. Because when you look at even the Real Housewives, you would do whatever they show them, talking about stuff and being in their screens with their friends, but they also show like the moments where they are going at each other's necks, and I feel like that's what gets the viewers to come out. But however, this season is very much giving you elevation. It's giving you, oh, y'all girls got something to prove, and it's like we have we have something to prove because I even put on Twitter like a few weeks ago, like most of the other brands, and not even necessarily on our brand, like all the other some of the other shows and their cast seem to kind of throw shade at us or throw shots at us. And like I said on Twitter, it's not, you can't be mad at us because we're the number one show. We always support everybody. I don't care what platform it is, we always support. And that's why I've just learned to not like, if my friends ain't on the show or somebody or on the show that I don't know, I don't watch because y'all really don't, the girls really don't be supporting us for real. Like they try to support us for clickbait, or they try to support us for, oh well, next season I want to be on Chasing Atlanta, so I'm gonna come support you. And then when they don't get on the show or they get dropped, they get on another show and want to throw shots and want to throw shade. Like you can't be
What
mad
is
because you
that
didn't make the cut.
about? What is that
I
about?
I truly
Yeah.
don't know. Like
Girl.
it's really horrible. It's really really horrible. Like
It's the fake
and it's
energy. It's the
sad.
fake friendship. It's like a fake, like, girl, you can't be mad at me because you didn't make the cut. Like, girl, like, I thought we was, motherfuckers cut you off when they figure out, oh, girl, I didn't make it. Okay, well, girl, fuck all you
Mhm.
hoes, block, 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 block. Like, girl, I
Yeah,
thought we was really
really cool.
working
And
on a friendship. Like,
you'll
that's
be
weird.
surprised. You'll be surprised how many people from that didn't make this season are on other shows. And a lot of shit happened on the internet a few weeks ago that a lot that we didn't engage in. But just the interviews and the girl saying if anybody want to fight us and this and the third, and it's just like, that's why y'all didn't make the show because baby, over here we may beef with each other, but honey, we're a family and we hold ourselves with cool, honey. So guess what?
Period.
Why y'all were online beefing by yourselves and talking that shit by yourselves? We was over here sitting pretty still filming our scenes, getting y'all even more mad because y'all thought that trailer was just that trailer wasn't even half of the shit that we filmed. And
Ooh,
Dario literally chopped and screwed. So that's why I say y'all it's gonna, and that was a 7 minute trailer that was chopped and screwed from just a few different scenes, and he had to put all the new cast in one. That's not half of what we filmed, baby. Not even half of what we filmed. We ain't even shot green screens yet, and I'm gonna give you that. T and Dario, don't shoot me. We ain't even shot our
ooh.
green screens yet, and that's how you know we still going. And we've been filming since last year.
I know that's right. So, how do you
God
continue to be
damn.
productive with all of this drama going on?
Um, you have to block out the noise. I've learned to block out the noise. Like you can't. One thing about it is you get wrapped up in everything that's going on while you're filming, and then get up and wrapped up in all the drama and all that. It will literally tear you to shreds. Like I know after season 3 and we filmed season 3, I was just so depressed because I was like, damn, I done got on this show. I done got into it with Lauren at the reunion. Well, not Lauren, but necessarily her, but her boyfriend at the reunion. That was my friend. Like it was like, damn, like we going through this and we going through that. And then you got the supporters or the I'm not gonna call these people supporters. I'm gonna call them fans. But the fans that be in the comments that be talking shit and want to down you, and then 1 minute they want to be on your side. And it's just like, nah, like it really will get to you, especially if you read the comments, especially if you really begin to grow feelings or care about certain people. So it's just like I've learned to really block that out. Like, okay, we're on the show. I know who my actual friends are from the show, and the people that aren't, like I just know how to like sway it away because it's like people are going to get in their green screens. They're going to talk shit. People are going to say what they want to say in the comments. People are going to feel how they feel, but at the end of the day, you know what you did. So I just learned to just continue to go forward with my brand and not let all that other stuff that's going on stop me.
Absolutely. And how are things with you and Lauren England today?
I love Lauren. That's my sis. I'm so proud of her. Of course, she's opening her restaurant in um, Alabama
Lady E.
soon. Lady E's, So I'm excited about that. Hopefully, I can make it down there to go see the grand opening. But I love Lauren. We, of course, and outside of before me and the fallout thing, me and Lauren were actually cool. We were actually friends. Like we actually hung out outside of the show. We had them in the club together. We had smoked a lot of blunts together. This when I was smoking. And we had literally like we did a lot. Like we actually had fun. I used to go bowling with her friends, all kind of stuff. But when all the stuff happened at the end of the season, it kind of like tore our friendship up kind of thing. But now I love her. She's a sweet girl.
Okay, what about you and Oliver Twist?
Oliver and I, okay, we're good. We're in a good space. Of course, as friends, when things happen and as you're still understanding people, but I'm an understanding person, and I will say that we have been giving each other a fair chance this season, and it's definitely, it's definitely, a friendship that is growing and working. That we're learning each other, I guess per se, because season three, things happen. Season four, things happen but season five, like I said, I'm just learning to like overlook certain things. But as far as just him as a person, like right now we're in a good space. We're not beefing. We're not tearing each other down. I think that I honestly everybody on the show right now may be in a good space. I can say I guess. I guess. I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, what about you and Kendra and Wayne after, the whole showdown, the whole WWE SmackDown? How's your relationship today?
Damn bitch. I'm just playing. Nah, it's not good. It's not.
Boom.
It's not. It's not giving none of that. Actually, Kendra and I are like, but me and Kendra made up once we filmed that scene last year at the white party, and we were sitting on the couch talking. Me and Kendra have been cool ever since then. Me and Kendra have like grown a really cute friendship, and I've always loved Kendra, and I hated that happened. I really, really did. Like I really, really had hated that me and her had gotten into the altercation and all us, all that had happened because me and Kendra were like really, really cool. And I was one of the only people that really was defending Kendra when she was in jail and all that stuff was going down. I think that that's what kind of you know, went out of one ear and out the other. It was just like, because I really just had defended that girl when she was in jail. And because I didn't like the things that people were saying about her, how they were trying to make her look. And it was just like, that could be anybody. That could have been anybody. So it's just like, don't try to set her up when she's down. But no, Kendra and I are really cool. Wayne, you have to watch the show to see. I don't want to give that tea because, of course, from last season, that's still been an ongoing issue. So you have to wait to see how me and Wayne turn out. But excuse me. However, Kendra and I are cool. We're good. Love Kendra down. That's my girl. What's gooey? Hi,
What happened with the chair?
Kendra. The who?
The chair. Didn't somebody throw a chair?
Now, Kendra did throw a chair at my best friend. She did throw a chair at him. You know, I would say this, we've let bygones be bygones. That day was just a lot for everybody. And did I want Kendra in jail after she threw that chair at my friend? Yes. I wanted her locked the fuck up. I wanted her locked up. Kendra, I'm sorry, sis, but I wanted you locked up, girl.
Oh.
But however, just from where we from, it wasn't no police, it wasn't none of that. We was ready to fight again. After that, no lie, for real, no tea, no shade. But however, being the adults that we are, the people that we've grown into, it's a whole. I will say this: everybody's in a whole totally different space than they were last year, and I think that's why this season has been such a good season. It's been fun. Of course, you have your drama moments, you have your moments where you're, whatever. But however, I think that's why we're able to produce what we've been producing this season because everybody's in such a good space.
Okay, and
Mhm.
what about you and Cameron?
Um, well, of course, season 5 is on the way. Of course, me and Cameron were cool at the end of last season. And Cameron was like my brother. Like we was like, and I would say this because we were all in a group chat together. Like me and Cameron, Neek, Reek, we were really, really close. And some things happened while we weren't filming, and it was brought to the show, which you will see. And I can't really say too much. I don't even know if I'm saying too much. I don't want Daria to be sending me no email tomorrow. But right now, me and Cameron we're on speaking terms, but it's taking a while to get there.
Okay, there's still some underlying issues that you guys have to
It
work out.
Yes, I feel like we really need to have a real deal sit down conversation so we know like, girl, what it's gonna be, what it's gonna give, how it's gonna give it. Like I know you got your friend on the show this season, your good girl on the show this season, and I love his good girl. But we didn't know where our friendship stands as far as myself and with the crew that we had last season because at the end of the day, you were our friend. Like that was somebody that we actually fucked with. Like we literally called ourselves the outcast last season because everybody was like trying to group up together and be friends. And it was just me, Nick, and Rico and Cameron that was outside the group. And it's just like, you know, what happened to that? Like I understand your friend is on the show this season, but it's like at the end of the day, you didn't have to go do what you did in order for you to, have something to show kind of thing.
I noticed that you keep talking in past tense. You said he was my friend. Last season we were friends. So I take it you guys are not friends right now.
Right
Just
now, we don't have.
cordial.
Yeah, we're cordial. We don't have like conversation all the time like we used to. We don't text each other like we used to. No, it's not giving that right now.
My.
Now, Cameron is the only, if I'm not mistaken, the only OG that is left from the first ever season of Chasing Atlanta. A lot of the other OGs are doing their own things. They're not really on the recent season like Devon. He went to G Status. Sky, Montel. I forgot the other person's name. He was light skinned. He had dreads or braids. I forgot his name. Montel. Um, do
Eric.
you feel like Eric and Gardini? Forgot about him. Can't forget about Gardini. Do you feel like they all should come back at least one last time? And if they did, do you feel like would they all how would you feel like they will all play in this season 5? Hypothetically speaking, they all were just on there. How do you feel like that would play out with that all those
Ooh,
people,
that's a good
including Jay
question.
Swan and Berlin? Like just bring them all back
Um,
with this new ensemble cast.
ooh, that'd be a lot of shit.
Okay, I'm
That'd be
like,
a
girl,
lot of shit.
you talking about
Because
fight.
you talking about fights. So you talking about arguments and bitches thinking that this. Oh no, it would be a lot. Cause Devonna ended up getting into it with either. Just knowing people that on the cast, Devon ended up either getting into it with Oliver or
Oh,
girl, and he would definitely get into it with Oliver or probably get into it with some of the new cast. I don't want to say that because they're doing the cast reveal this week, but some of the new cast, Jay Twan and Berlin would definitely get into it with some of the new cast, and they probably would be going neck and neck with Oliver still, because like a lot of people, just with Oliver and just how he does things. Like, I guess people don't understand still. So they would just kind of let it get to them. But Sky, I think Sky would fit into the season. Sky would definitely get into it with some of the people on the cast. Him and Cam, I don't know if him and Cam are cool again yet, but if they still have underlying issues, it would definitely probably be a problem with them. Um, Gardini, I think Gardini would really be the missing piece to the puzzle because I feel like Gardini would set all the shit off between everybody. Like,
Ooh,
because
Oh Lord, only.
Gardini has been that girl like all the seasons. Like Gardini is known to get to the root of the mess, and if he gets to the root of the mess, and once he gets to it, but I also think Gardini has grown. So the person that he is now, I feel like he would probably just show like his business and what his businesses and what he's going through and what he's dealing with. Because Gardini has been off the gram for a while, and I haven't seen Gardini on Instagram in a long time. So, I don't even know where Gardini's at, honestly. But I would
Yeah,
if out of all those people, I would love to see them come back to the season. But out of all those people, I would love to see Gardini. Gardini is always one person that I would love to see back on Chasing Atlanta. I don't know why, but Gardini was like, even after the things he said in season 3 about me being boring and whatever case may have you, blah blah blah. Like I think Gardini was a perfect match for Chasing Atlanta, just how I think Lauren and Q were a perfect match for the show as well.
so would you do an all-star season with you and probably three other people from your chasing series, along with other people from the other web realities like G Status, ATL, the Come Up Miami, ATL, Chasing LA, Chasing Dallas, On the Way Up? Do you see yourself being in an all-star cast with
And the All Star cast with the Chasing Girls, yes.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yes, I would love to be on the show with well, how about this? We might can do some of the girls from the come up, but those girls over at G Status clearly they're not on our caliber, so we can't give them any
ooh.
shine, honey.
Yeah.
Um,
Shout out to Quan the
and
poet
no
in the
one.
Hey
motherfucking
Hi,
Quan.
building.
Quan. But no, I wouldn't even mind being with some of the people on the come up. But however, if we did we've been trying to get Dario to do this, and Dario, if you're listening, clearly this is a question that's out and that's being asked. But I would definitely love to do an All Star season with like the girls from Chasing Atlanta, Chasing Dallas, Chasing LA, because it's a lot of personalities on each show that I would love to film and be around just to see like how it all just played out and worked together. Because like I would love the film with King Payne. I would love the film with Andre. I would definitely love the film with Hershey. Um, who else that was on season one of Chasing LA?
There's Jayla, Alicia, Quan, who else?
Quan.
D
I love
Hawk and his
Quan. I
friend.
definitely love Quan. I love Quan. Quan could be on there. Quan could definitely be on there too because I love Quan. Quan was somebody that I like. I was a fan of on season one of Chasing LA. From Chasing Dallas, I would really any of them, but my top three would be Trey Howard. I would love to film with George, and I would then also love to film with I would also love to film with Ariel. I just think Ariel's like such an amazing girl. And then if we had to pick people from our show, from Chasing Atlanta, I would definitely love to film with myself. If
Okay.
they brought back an old head, it would definitely have to be Gardini. And then if I pick two more people from this season, well, I would say three. Really, it's hard to pick out of all this because I love all of you on the cast. I feel like we all have a personality. But I would say Oliver, Neek, and Kendra.
Okay.
They would be my top people because I think that all of us in a mesh together filming something, whether if it was a weekend out of town on a trip or they made everybody take off for a week and we had to go somewhere for 5 days, it would be epic. I just
He
know it would be
said what
epic.
he said. He
It would
said
So you would
what he said.
I I said what I said.
so you wouldn't film with the other people from the other web reality like Real Hot Boys, The Come Up, G Status, ATL, On the Way Up.
Well, no, yeah, the come up, like I said, I would film the girls from the come up, but like no shade, I don't watch any other shows. If it's
Oh,
not
oh,
chasing or the
okay.
come, if it's not chasing or the come up, I don't watch it because at the end of the day, you end up being cool with these girls and then they end up shading you, and you're
Ooh,
not gonna shade me because you couldn't get on our show. That's sick.
So would you go on chasing the retreat that Reese G is now doing with Quran? Because the retreat is more so of trying to fix yourself more
Mm.
than it's kind of like a All Stars because they grab everybody from each caliber of every show I just named and they try to fix themselves. It's more so of that in a healing process than kind of like a messy all star. Like, let's just see what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So would you do that?
Well, I was offered because I did hear that he said, he did offer some girls from Chasing Atlanta
You was offered.
a spot. I was offered. I declined after the fact that he moved from our brand to a new brand, only because I'm a loyal person and I tend to stick with not even stick with what I know, but I'm loyal. Like I don't have issue with Karan. Like Karan let me come in and jump on the mic and host their after party that they did at although I really wanted to host a reunion, Karan. I really wanted to host a reunion, but however, I was able to host like their after party or whatever, and it was really good. But I've never had any bad vibes from Karan. I love everybody over there to come up. Shout out to Gemini Films. But as far as me jumping on something that Reese is doing on another network, no, only because to me, my loyalty lies within Dario, and at the end of the day, you were on our brand. And to me, it just kind of seemed messy that that you jump right into doing something with Quran versus doing something on your own, your own platform, or starting to build your own platform. It's just like you jumped into something that you already knew that was growing and thriving. And yeah, it's gonna get you views. You're gonna get views because of the chasing people are gonna come over there and people are gonna want to see what you produce outside of chasing Atlanta. But I think that he could have did that on his own. Like he didn't have to go jump into something else. And to me, it was messy. No shade.
Mm. You
So
know,
are they not friends? Or like I don't know. I don't get this type of information. I don't know how close you are to the source, but I'm thinking. I know. I feel like maybe they're still like friends. That they're not seeing eye to eye right now, and eventually, you
They
know.
may be, and that's fine. That's fine. But at the end of the day, and Dominique will tell you this. I hate Leak in the comments still, and I tell
hey
Leak this a lot.
Dominique,
Like I don't care. My loyalty is still going to lie where it lies. Like I don't care who becomes what, who are what. They can be friends tomorrow. That's on Dario and his. That's on Dario and whoever in Dario want to fuck with. Because at the end of the day, that wasn't my friend. But once my thing is, you can get bit once, twice, but on the third time, that's on you. That's your fault. So if he wanted to go back and be friends with Reese G, cool. Or they were to be reconcile things, cool. But at the end of the day, like for someone to do something like this, you get fired and then you go jump over to another brand and take your show there versus doing it on your own. Now you know that you can't do this by yourself. So you have to go do it somewhere else. No shade.
now I want to
It
ask you
sound
this,
like
and this is
shade.
It's no shade. I'm just speaking. I'm just speaking the
You
facts.
sound like
Everybody,
shade.
no, because everybody get on these shows and they get to saying what they want to say, and when they do what they want to do, and then when you get ready, when people come back and start saying something, it's like, oh well, you got to be messy, and why you got to talk about me and what da 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 da. No, that's what we're in interviews for. So if y'all want to answer y'all questions,
thank
talk about
you.
the bitches that's over here. We're gonna talk about y'all too. No, and that's no shade. So I'm just giving it to you real
I
raw and
agree with
uncut.
that. I agree with that because a lot of these boys they keep doing that on these reality shows. But I want to ask you something. And this is not me being messy, so nobody try to target Troy for this. This is just a opinion. Speaking of that, because you said something about loyalty, during the time that Chase in LA was filming, there was a lot of, well, it wasn't a lot of backlash, but it was certain backlash that Q was getting coming from the Atlanta family when he was
Mm-hmm,
producing Chase in LA, and he had
mm-hmm,
all other producers ganging up on him, which was Reese G, Blake, and Imani Van Zant.
mm-hmm.
Chase in
Blake,
LA was
what?
getting trashed. So how do you feel about how they had their perception of Q producing Chase in LA? Did you feel like it was fair how they did him?
Okay, let me choose my words correctly. I don't. Now, I will say this: how they came at him about the show was shouldn't have been done, and it shouldn't have been done publicly. I will say that.
Absolutely.
But, however, only thing that I'm gonna say, but I can't speak on this only because I'm not an executive producer. I don't know what it takes to put out a show. I don't know what goes on behind the camera. I can't find a camera crew. Like hell, I'm still out here looking for the perfect camera crew for my like the shit that I want to do. So it's like it's hard. So you just don't know what it takes to executive produce a show. Excuse me, but however, when we thought about and no shade, when we thought about chasing LA, we was like y'all had, and no shame, T-Pain, y'all had the girls over here in a panic. Like, everybody on the show was like, oh, bitch, they come out with LA, like, girl, oh, it's in a gift. You know, when I did, and, whatever, like, bitch, we were shook boots. Like, we were literally shook. Like, we were like, okay, well, bitch, season 5, we really got to step it up. Like, bitch, if we come back next season, we got to really do what it do. And then when we were presented what we were presented with, and it was good. Like, it kept us entertained. But I think that we were expecting something totally different, I guess. And I think that that's why they kind of like came at him like they did. But I feel like if it was production wise and if it was the production that they were looking for, because the show wasn't bad. I felt like outside of some people, I feel like I knew what everyone did and what everybody was, was going for and what they were trying to do. And I think that, yeah, it wasn't what we kind of expect. Because, like I said, bitch, we thought we was finna, well, but like California is totally different from Atlanta. So when even once COVID like dropped and once COVID like kind of went down in July, we were back outside. California wasn't letting people outside like that. So they couldn't really produce, in the palm trees and all this and doing all that, like living lavish, all that kind of stuff outside like that. But like, so I think that that's what we had to really find out and understand. But I do, however, think that it should have been something private. It shouldn't have been something that was done, publicly, because it wasn't something that I knew about until the night all the shit blew up, and then we were on that they were dealing with all that, and then everybody was on that live with the 4-way, and everybody had 200, 300 followers on their live because everybody was going at it, and I was shook. But no, I don't think that it should have been talked about publicly. I definitely think that it should have been handled behind the scenes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now speaking,
Absolutely. The way it was done was all bad.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Now speaking of a
Definitely our
different,
bad.
now speaking of a different city, on one of the episodes on Chasing Dallas, we got to see them travel to Chicago, and we got to see
Mm-hmm.
you, Rico with a K, and Dominique. How was it being in Chicago, filming with Reese and Carrie D? What was your interaction like with them, and how did everything play out? How was it like in Chicago?
Now that was a good ass weekend. That's where the drama from me and Cameron came from. But y'all will see that on the show.
Ooh.
But that was a bomb ass weekend, honestly. I love Chicago. I think that was the weekend that showed me and Meek that we could really be friends because Meek could put up with me and I could put up with Meek. Me and Meek was in the same room together. Like, we literally ended up getting our own room, like just us two. And I think like although we said we were freaking frack after season 4, like freaking frack was really born in Chicago because like Chicago was a really really good time and filming with Carrie and filming with Reese. It was a good moment because that was like our first time being crossed over into another show or another season. A lot of people have done crossover segments, but that was like my first one. So I was kind of like excited to see myself, bitch, you're not on Chasing Atlanta this season right now. You're on Chasing Dallas. So it's like, it was a really good feeling.
Great.
Absolutely.
Now you said something earlier about you should have hosted the reunions. Now I've seen on your YouTube and some clips that you actually did hostings on. I don't want to get the name wrong. It was the couch hosting. You had certain D-list celebrities from Love and
Ooh.
Hip Hop you were interviewing and other
hmm
celebrities. How was that doing? What was your experience like doing that? Are you still doing it?
So that's actually my show. It's called Talk Live Tuesdays with Tag. I'm actually bringing
That
it back.
show.
Me and Nick had, yeah, me and Dominique had ended up having a conversation. And he was like, bitch, you should do a podcast. He was like, you can make money off the podcast. You can do like, all this kind of stuff. And I was like, no need, like that ain't me. Like I don't want to do no podcast. I want to get cute, dressed up in my suit and sit in front of the camera. But then when I started realizing in order for people to really see my personality, I can do it a podcast style, still have it filmed, and will still film it and then post it on YouTube or whatever can have you. I still want it to be in studio with person to person interaction, but I am looking to see how like because it's people like shout out to Monique Hart, shout out to other it's like other Instagram people that want to do things with me, but they don't live here. So it's like I wouldn't mind doing something like this where I'm actually still in my studio, but they're on another screen and I'm interviewing them in that way, like and still it be posted as a podcast on Apple, Spotify, wherever, and it still be posted on YouTube as a visual so that people can see because I think that visual representation is really the key nowadays because people will sit and listen to your podcast in the car, but it's like Once they drive us over, 9 times 10 they forget about it. They don't want to look at it no more, whatever the case may have you. But however, I think just them having a visual place to go see it, like they'll sit down and they'll watch and they'll listen. And so, that's something that I'm working on right now. Stay tuned, because season 5 is on the way.
Okay, I know that's
Okay,
right.
great.
I
Because I
know
seen
that's
that, I was like,
right.
okay, look at Troy. I'm like, you should be a host. Like, you really should be a host. And I could see you, like, on Love and Hip Hop, the reunions, when they have that Kindle dude doing that stuff back then. I'm like, that
Mm-hmm.
should be Troy. And this is no
And I
disrespect to him, but I feel like Troy, that's up Troy's alley. Because
and
you
it
definitely would
it's
take it seriously.
it's
Who you
really been it's really been a good thing though for me though, because like, since I will say this, and this is not being cocky, anything that I do, it flourishes regardless of, I gotta get my charger out because my phone on 5%. But
No,
anything I
it's
do,
all right.
it flourishes. Um but I think my thing is I normally stop because I want it to be bigger than what it is. But I have to realize my thing in 2022 is consistency is key. So you got to stay consistent. You got to just keep going and fix your mistakes as you go. You can't stop to try to fix your mistakes, because then you try to fix all your mistakes at once, you're gonna end up doing like I did. I haven't done a show since November of last year. So it's just like, you have to, well, no, October last year. So it's like you got to just keep going steady and fix your mistakes as you go. So, but ever since I've been hosting parties. I've been hosting events,
I seen
pop
that.
ups, yeah, pop up shops. I've been hosting. I just got a booking to host a red carpet for this show in Atlanta, with one of Beyonce's designers that was for Black is King. Like, I've been getting bookings
Look
for
at
hosting like
you.
nonstop. I'm actually hosting like a underground artist showcase on the 25th, which is next week. So it's just like you have to just stick to what you know. And like I said, like I told King Payne earlier when we were just backstage talking, um, I have, I just realized that I have this personality, and like being that, I am a host now. It's like I want to be styling and I want to do all these things, but it's just like my personality speaks for itself, and I have a degree in PR. So it's just like, if that's the
I know
case,
that's
like,
right.
why not go into media? And I literally used to do YouTube shows in college. Like, I deleted them off my YouTube page now because I rebranded and put my new shows on there. But like, I literally used to sit in my room and like talk about fashion and have people on there, come sit next to me, and we were talking about in my college dorm room. It's like, damn, sure, like, it's a full circle moment. Like, this is what you should have been doing from the get go. But I let the styling thing get in my head because I love clothes, I love fashion. But it's just like, you can run your motherfucking mouth, bitch. And you, one thing about me,
Yeah.
I don't get tired of asking questions. I don't get tired of talking. I will get straight to the T, straight to the T. So yeah.
Who was you talking about, Safion? Mr. Ray? You said he'll be a better host than Mr. Ray?
Oh, no, not him, no.
Oh,
Mr. Ray did a good
You
job.
said
I'm
you
not
said
talking about
somebody
him.
from Love and Hip Hop. I was like, who you talking
The
about? Mr.
candle,
Ray?
the can,
hold on,
no,
y'all.
the
Let me get
candle
my
dude. I felt like, cause like when he be backstage, like I feel like he don't take it serious. Like he jokes so much, and sometimes when they do stupid stuff, like you should be checking them along with the host, and he don't really be doing that. Like sit your
yeah,
asses
like
down, like be respectful. Like they do that a lot. It's well, what happened to Troy?
I dropped him down so he can get his charger or whatever he's doing.
Oh, but
Yeah, I
that's
don't,
all I was just saying. Like, but it's, I mean, Kendall's not a bad thing. It's just, I just feel like I just want to see some people get checked when people do some ignorant shit on them shows and they just take it as a fucking joke. And then when it happens to them, then it's all fair game for the drama. Now it's a problem. Like, no. And I feel like Troy would
absolutely.
definitely put his foot down. Like,
So Troy's backstage just getting ready, you guys. Make sure that you guys are sharing this video, liking this video, and subscribe. We have just a few more questions for Troy, and then we're gonna let him go. We know he got things to do. Okay, on period.
right,
Fishy King Payne got things to do. Okay, we're gonna be it's up and it's stuck on the main channel sometime tonight. Okay, on period. I gotta put my show together. But yeah, we'll be live after this. Probably like this probably gonna end like the next 20 like 7 8 probably like 8 o'clock tonight. We'll be live on the main channel. So yes. I'm enjoying y'all too. Okay. Troy's enjoying you guys as well. You guys all make sure that you guys follow Troy's Instagram. Okay. Let me go ahead and put the link in the comments. Troy's back. Hey Troy.
Hey, I had to switch views real quick, but I had to get my charger together. But no, yeah. So That's my life. That's where I'm at, and I'm flourishing in that. And I think I'm thankful that I have people around me that are encouraging me to continue to move forward what I'm doing.
I know that's right.
So what's next for Troy?
What's next for me? Currently I am, like I said, I'm working on rebooting Talk Live Tuesdays as a podcast. And it was still, I was still doing one of those shows where I'm sitting on my couch monthly. But that's something that I'm rebooting. I am, like I said, hosting a few red carpets coming up. I'm still hosting parties. King Payne has given me the idea to go ahead and start my hookah thing. So I'm gonna put that in the works as I am in bartending school to get my bartending license so that I can bartend at certain restaurants. Well, not even restaurants, but just places in Atlanta. As well as I want to start my own like mobile bartending thing. So that's something that I'm working on. I had to learn that people will try to judge you and people will try to talk about you because you step into different avenues. But I've always said it takes 7 incomes to become a millionaire. You need 7 checks. So
Okay.
I am out here trying to build every check that I can. Anything that I know that I'm good at, anything that can let me show my personality and connect with people. I love people. I'm a people person, and anything that can put me in that avenue, that's what I'm gonna do. So that's what's next for me. I'm just steady out here, trying to really just push myself and become like the person that I know I can be or the person I know I am because a lot of things have been aligning for me and especially in the media world. So it's just like why not try to not even why not continue to just do what I'm doing and push myself into those other avenues because if nobody else believes in you, you have to believe in you and believe in your own dreams. So I'm believing in me in the words of Monica Honey. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what's going on for me. And I got a million y'all, child. That's crazy.
Yes. What's going on with you and in your love life?
My love life has been amazing. I've been dating someone since last year in November, so it's going on about well, it's not going on. It's been 3 months now, but it's a person that kind of has been trying to date me for like the last year. Like I wouldn't say kind. I don't want to. If you're watching, sir, I don't want to make it seem like he just was chasing me, but like we were just being each other DMs and like we would just send heart eyes to each other's stories, and he would send heart eyes to mine. But I was kind of still piggybacking with my ex and things like that. But it's just like once I realized that it's like nothing from the past really helps you grow. Like it only continues to hinder you. So I was like, oh, that's ratchet, but fuck that. And let me go ahead and, move on to something that probably may treat me better. And like I can say, like, this person accepts me for who I am. This person likes me, loves me. If he loves me, that's good to know. But he loves me for who I am. He lets me just continue to be me. Like, for instance, we was at our brunch on Valentine's Day, and I was like, I'm finna shake. Mind you, it's just me and him. I was like, I'm finna shake down. They started playing some music I can twerk too. I'm finna start dancing. And I had to put my phone up and they'll start playing a song and I'm just over there in the mirror like just dancing and he recorded me like, and it just made me feel good that I'm able to be that person around like somebody that I'm dating versus having to let them be that person and let me, just sit back and relax and be chill. Like I think that I found a match for myself and
I know
hopefully it
that's
just
right.
continues to grow.
I know that's right. So, where'd you meet him? How'd you meet him? Us single people want to know.
A single.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. I know him from Instagram. He used to go to FAMU, but I know him from Instagram. And and knowing him from Instagram, just so happened. Well, I don't want to say that because then the person might be watching, and then it might just
Ooh,
start some crap. But nevertheless, I met him from Instagram, and from Instagram, he literally just like I said, for like the last year, he would DM me on my stories and be like, "Oh." Like he would see me and my puppy, he was like my babies, and I was like, "Boy, stop playing! Like you don't want me!" Like, and he's younger than me, so I'm like, "Boy, stop playing! Like you ain't trying to
Well,
whatever."
that
I
happened
Like,
like
to
some
me earlier.
change,
I'm
and
like,
girl.
listen.
like he was just all, and then like and I told him this. I was like, I would DM you and say some stuff back, but you would never reply to me. You would just heart my message. And then like one day he was playing this game on Instagram, and it was like a number game or something like that. It had like the numbers on like the questions or whatever. And I had picked like 35 and something else. And the one I think 35 was I like you. Would you talk to me? And then I think the other number was like I would have sex with you kind of thing. And I was like, I just put that one because I didn't want him to feel like And I told him this. I said I put that one because I didn't want you to feel like I just wanted to hunt you. Like it wasn't giving that. I just put that in there to kind of knock off that the I like you kind of thing. So but no, he DM'd me and was like, "Tag, don't play with me." He was like, "Cause you're gonna end up loving it here." And I was like, "Nah, boy, you're gonna love it here." And he sent me his number. That was 11/11 last year.
Ooh.
He right. He sent me his number, and when he sent me his number, like we text for like maybe a few days, and one day he was like, "Can I call you?" And I was like, "I mean, girl, I mean, yeah, boy, I guess you can call me." And he called me, and we've been on the phone ever since. Like he's flown here twice so far to see me. Our next trip will be, sometime soon. I don't know if I'm going to him or if we're meeting ourselves into, meeting each other in a different state or whatever case may have you. But yeah, that's how I met him, and it's been. I'm glad that I actually shot my shot because I'm not the one that I'm a scary bitch. So like I'm not one that normally shoots shots. If you try to talk to me and you think I want to reach out to you, you're gonna be thinking forever. But the fact that I actually did that and I actually reached out to him, like I'm glad that I did because like he's been an amazing person.
I know that's right. Oh, I'm so happy for you, friend.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Okay,
And
invite me
Right.
us
to the
cancer
wedding. Ooh, I
period. And
love weddings.
I
Ooh.
love a wedding too so I can cry because us cancers love to cry and we love
I'm gonna
love.
come with my fan, friend. I'm gonna come with my fan. Yes,
I'll come
I'm
too.
Come on out to the wedding.
I'm here for that boo
Yes.
hooing, okay? Yes.
Crying bad. Don't be
What you
crying
gonna
bad with
wear? What
me.
you gonna wear? Cause you the stylist,
Well,
stylista.
my dream outfit for my wedding is, since I'm a little butch girl, I want me I want my suit, but I want the suit to have a train. I want to be ruffled at the end like it's a gown. Wear me a nice slim fitting slack. And I might wear me a cute boot because I don't got to shout out to Dominique for making me wear these boots these days. Because I've
Ooh,
been rocking tipping around in these little boots. But I might put me on a little cute 3-inch boot, with the little wedge, whatever and be cute walking down the aisle. And it gotta be all white and black because he's a classic guy. He loves classic things.
I actually need to reach out to Dominique because I'm expanding my hair products line to pets. Okay, I'm gonna have shampoo and conditioners and mist for pets and stuff like that. So I want him to try out some of my stuff and see
Yes,
if he
run up
likes
my corner for
it.
my sis. Yes, let her
Yes.
help you out. That'll be
Period.
cute because I know she would
Collab.
be down. Period. I
Okay.
love that.
Period. We definitely need to get her scheduled for an interview too. Period. ASAP.
Definitely.
Dominique, right?
Mimi. Yes,
Yes.
Dominique is in the comments somewhere. He's watching. I'm actually literally about to get dressed and go to one of the new cast. Her name is Drew Friday. I'm pretty sure I can say that because she was in the trailer. But Drew is doing a show tonight. She's in a contest for Atlanta All Stars here in Atlanta, which is a part of Drag Race, and she's in the competition for some coins and a sponsorship with Mac. So we're going to support her tonight so that she
I know
can
that's right.
get that bag, honey. She's the best
Period.
drag queen I know so far out. Like her and Hershey are like one and the same.
Okay.
Love them.
Yeah.
Love them both. But
Well,
yeah.
I can't wait to come to Atlanta and turn up with y'all. Okay, on here. I'm gonna be
I
out there
can't
real soon. I'll be
either.
like, where is it at tonight, Troy?
Come on out, cause baby, one thing about me, if you better ask anybody. That's when people end up liking me because once they go outside with me, oh, they be like, oh, that bitch a good time. Yes, I'm a good time. So come on
Period.
to the A King Payne and Sapphire and come on out here and let's turn up. Cause one thing about me, I
Period.
love a bottle. Patron to be exact,
I love a good
or
section.
any tequila in a good section. Yes, ma'am. Because we cannot be in the club without a section.
Okay. Without no section, girl, I might as well. I should have stayed at home, girl. Y'all,
Say
y'all
it.
be, I ain't got no sections.
Okay, I am. I be so over it. Dominique hate me because every time girl, we get in the section. Girl, you get a section tonight because girl, I do not want to be out there walking on the floor. Girl, give me a section.
Period.
Yes.
Period. It's too much money being made around here for us not to have no section.
Section,
Okay.
no section. Hello, girl. We are just chasing,
Yeah.
chasing reality, girl.
Okay.
Boom.
Good. Somebody definitely gonna recognize us.
Yes, hello, and that's on that. That is one thing
Okay.
about it. Being on this platform, you will know, like, girl, you gonna go somewhere, and a bitch is gonna know who the fuck you are. Trust.
Oh my goodness. I was out with my family. Not yesterday, but the day before yesterday for Valentines. We was on Hollywood Boulevard, and somebody stopped their car and yelled out the window, "Official King Payne." My cousin still talk about it to this day. He said, "I cannot believe." He said, "I cannot believe that just happened." I said, "Shit, I
Yeah.
can't believe it."
When I
I
tell
can't believe
you,
it either. Girl, I'll be
the
just as
first time
surprised
it
when it happened.
the first time it happened to me, y'all, I was in fucking New York. Mind you, I wasn't even in Atlanta. I was in New York for Pride, and I was walking through the airport. It happened to me a lot of times that weekend, but I was in the airport, and this lady, she was like maybe 45, 46. Her name is Mama Flo. I'll never forget her name because it gagged me. I asked her, could she take my picture because I was getting ready to leave out the airport, and I had on my Pride shirt. And she was like, "Yeah, I'll take your picture and let them know that I watch your show too." And
Mm,
I was like, "What show?" She said, "Chase Atlanta. I love you on there." Mind you, this was season three. She said, "I love you on there," and I was gagging. Like when I tell you, I was gagging. You just never know who's watching. It could be hell, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B could be watching us and not saying shit, and we out here on the show acting a damn fool, being the entertainment for them. Yes, God.
yes,
Candy
I
Birds
mean it
actually
happened
watches
a few
Chasing
times.
Atlanta.
It happened
Yes,
a few
Candy does
times
watch
to
and
me
Chase
before
Atlanta.
chasing, but it happens a lot more now that I'm on chasing. Like it may have happened
Mm-hmm.
like maybe once or twice before chasing, but
Mm-hmm.
now it happens like every day. Like here in LA for sure, in Vegas too. Oh my goodness, in Vegas, like everybody know me. I'm like, gear, I can't even go. Everybody be like, "Why do you got those sunglasses on, girl?" It just
Cause
gives me a
bitches
little bit
know
of
me. Okay,
it just gives me a little
bitches
bit of
know
grace.
me.
Just a little bit of
Yes.
grace, because sometimes people got to do a double take. Okay, that's just enough time for me to get far enough
Get
past
gone.
their ass. Okay.
Get gone. Dominique, when I tell you, Dominique is one of the people that I be telling Dominique be like, girl, it be too much. I be like, girl, I love it because I just love people just walk up to me and just be saying something. But Dominique be over it every time. He just like, oh, girl. I never, like, maybe a few weeks ago, me and Oliver had actually went out somewhere. And when we had went, I heard she was in town, and we actually had went out. And when we went out, this guy came over, was like, this guy came over to us, and he had bought us drinks and everything. He just stood by us. He was just like, "I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm like, I'm obsessed with y'all." And I was just like the whole time, I was like, maybe this is why Beyonce has security. I was like, maybe this is
Um,
why Beyonce has security, because damn.
I don't know. I don't know. I just I mean I just I'm very humble, so it doesn't like I don't make me feel no type of way. I mean, I enjoy it. I don't, you know, like
No, I just
I'll be very surprised. I'll be like this lady came up to me in Vegas, was like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And I'm like, "Why you want a picture with me?" She's like, "Cause I seen you on that show." I was like, "Oh, well, I guess, I
no,
guess so. At least you got
it
a
be
reason for
over
the picture."
it be overwhelming sometimes. Like you don't understand. Like it like, and I think that's like being in the spotlight now is kind of different because, like I said, it literally sometimes it literally does get overwhelming. It's like, damn, like, is this the life you really signed up for? And it's just like these are things that you prayed for, things that you have always said you wanted, but it's like, oh wow, now you see what people that are actually big, like this is just your stepping stone, because people that are bigger than you, they literally deal with this on a daily basis. Like they can't even walk outside their apartment or walk outside their house or get outside their car to store without somebody like noticing them or saying something or trying to run them down. Like, and and I I want to be an A-list person one day. I want to be, like I said, on daytime TV, all that kind of stuff. But I just cannot imagine like living a life like Beyonce or Nicki Minaj or Cardi B or these people. Like, bitch, you, as soon as you walk out your front door, like you gotta have security, because if not, they're bitches are gonna attack you. Like, but I think that it's also a really good feeling, and I'm always humbled by it because you know you didn't have to be in this position. God didn't have to set you up for this life, and it's people that really dream to be in this kind of position, this kind of spotlight. So you just have to be grateful for every moment and everything that you have. So I'm always grateful for it, nevertheless.
Absolutely. I think I can do it though, friend. I think I could be the next Beyonce. I could be the next Cardi. I don't mind the security. I got security around me right now. Okay. You want me to get my boys? I got three grown niggas right here right now. I always got motherfucking
Period.
security. So I could do it. What's a
Period.
few extra bodies in the palace? Give, please. Give me the money. Give me the clout. Okay.
Give me
I'll be
all of that.
I can handle it. Okay, God, I'm gonna do the right thing with it. I'm gonna help the homeless. Agree. I'm gonna do right. I'm
I'm like,
gonna
God,
do right.
you just give me what I said I need, and I promise you I'm gonna do everything I gotta do for
Period.
you.
Period. Yay. Say for y'all, do you have any questions for Troy, before we let him go, he got to go out tonight. He got a special
Yeah,
engagement.
I'll
Who you
make it
going to
quick.
support against? Again, King September. What you
Drew
say, Marie?
Friday.
Drew
Drew
My
Friday.
Friday.
You so funny because that I be saying I'm like Drew Friday, Drew Saturday. It'd be so funny. I love her so
Well,
much.
we
That's my
had
girl.
the
And
other
today's
guy,
Tuesday.
Dre Simber, so it was kind of confusing. I got confused a little bit.
Dre Simber, yes. Dre Simber's a mess. That's a mess
Ooh,
girl. I love her. She's a mess. She's
we got
so
to get her on the
beautiful.
show too soon.
Yeah,
We haven't had
you
Yeah,
her.
can you
I'm.
can't help but love. You can love and hate Dre Simber at the same time. Cause one thing about it, Dre Simber be in your face today, and girl, he gonna lay your ass out tomorrow. But girl, that's a funny girl. I love her. I love her. Love her down. Love her
No, that's
down.
right.
But yeah, it was amazing. I love this. This was like, for this is probably one of my favorite interviews that I've been on. Like I kikied and
Oh,
smiled the
You
whole
serious? You
time.
just saying that?
No, I'm serious. Like I'm kikied and smiled the whole fucking time because it's like, yeah, this is. I wasn't expecting some of the questions, and y'all really had some really good questions. Like most people just ask like just drama field or certain things. But I feel like y'all got across the board, and I love that. That was amazing. Because if I was on your
absolutely,
panel, I would do the same thing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
because
And
on this
something.
panel,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Because on this panel, I try not to be like biased or messy. Because I don't know any of you. I'm starting to get to know you guys now as you guys come onto this platform. Because I've watched a lot of interviews and I take a lot of notes mentally, and I know what to do, what not to do, and try to be different and be myself.
Mm,
So this platform is mostly for you guys to come on and say what you guys want to say and express, not even just in the reality world, which is technically your job, but also in your real life too, that you didn't get to say in the previous platforms that you guys were on, or the questions that you didn't get asked that you wanted to get asked. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So it's just a way for you guys to express yourself even more. And you guys just go on and just be freely. And we're not trying to say things to end up on TTB News or trying to end up on the next blog page. I don't give a fuck about none of that because I'm not
right.
that type of person. But I
I
will
appreciate
say,
that.
you're welcome. But I will say this, when you explained your like when I asked you about your early upbringing, because I asked everybody that to get to know them more. I don't want to just be focused on the show and just drama, because it's more Troy and it's more Carrie D's and it's more to you guys than just the show. When you explained your childhood, it kind of reminded me of mine, not to take away
Right.
from you. And when I
No,
was seeing
definitely.
you and some of these other gentlemen, including King Payne, I was watching you guys. I'm like, I see myself in each of these individuals. And I want to get to know them. I want to talk to them and like, see what they're about. So this platform also gives me that stretch too.
Yeah. Well, ooh, excuse me, y'all. I really
Because I'm glad
appreciated that, though.
because
I
I'm
really
glad I got to
appreciate
get
it.
to know you.
Yeah, no, definitely. I appreciate it. I think that, and that's what interviews are about. Like, and that's how I kind of structure my interviews. Like, I get to know a person first, and then once I'm able to know a person, I get to be able to get that feel about them and know, like, what I can ask them, what I can't ask them. Because sometimes I have certain things written on my paper that I want to ask, and I may change my question because I'm like, oh well, from what I know about you, from just me getting to know you just then, you might not want to answer that, or you might not be into, this kind of stuff. But I think that that's a great thing. And you guys did amazing coming from one interview to the next. And I think that this is literally one of my favorite platforms that I've been on. Just with the questioning and then this the
And we're
thing and
growing.
King
It's a
Pain.
new show that
Right.
we have here, so we're just kind of growing. But this time next year when we have you back, okay, in a few months, it's gonna the numbers are gonna, you
They're
know what
gonna be
I'm
going.
saying?
Yes,
Oh yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
this is
it's the
So
part one. We
comments for
definitely
me.
gonna do a
It's
part two.
this is
175
like our
comments.
fourth exclusive interview that we've
I
had
got
on
you
this
now.
panel. This is
KP.
my backup
Yeah,
channel,
no.
what a lot of people don't know when they come on. Um,
Hmm.
but also something that you don't know about this show is that we have a journalist in the
Hmm.
audience, and there's going to be a very special publication that comes out about you after the show. Okay, it's going to be published
Thank you.
online at theofficialcampaign.net, as well as the Instagram, the Lituation Network. Okay, and
Thank you.
right now it's not official. Okay, but we're getting our media packet together. So in a minute, the publications are all going to be official, and it's going to be
Period.
it's the real deal news over here. Okay, so
I love
it's
it.
up
I
and it's up.
love it. I'm so proud of you, and I like I said, I've loved you from the show. I thought that you were like really one of the funniest people. At first, I was like, now why King Payne doing all this? But like, as I literally got to know you and watch the season, like literally, like you were on like one of my favorite people on Chasing. And I didn't really when I looked at your page today, I didn't realize I didn't follow you because I thought I really wouldn't follow the whole cast, honestly. So, but no, I really like I love you and I'm grateful for this opportunity. Like I always tell people, I don't care how big the platform is, how small the platform is. Like if you give me the opportunity to sit down and sit here and come and speak with you, I'm gonna always do it. And I've seen all the comments, you guys. I haven't really responded to the comments, y'all, because this is not my show. Normally on my show, or if you on my Instagram, I'm gonna cut some shit short and say something. But to everybody in the comments that say they love me, that they watch Chasing Atlanta, that they support me, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Because you know I will say I feel like I'm counted out a lot, but just to see 175, 79 comments down there, it could have been two, it could have been 25, it could have been 30. But to see y'all continuously commenting, continuously showing me that y'all support me and that y'all love me, I appreciate that. And I promise you, season 5 of Chasing Atlanta, you won't be disappointed. It's about to
That's right.
be a big thing coming from who? The big dog. And that's on Boom.
Yays, the big dog. I know that's right. Oh, well, I have no more questions for you. If Safian has no more questions, then we can go ahead and let you go. We know you got to go out tonight and turn up, take a
Yes, I gotta
shot
go
with
support my
me.
girl. I sure will.
Mm-hmm. And by, what are you drinking? What do you drink? So when I come out there, I can get you a shot.
Oh,
I
well,
don't
my
drink, just to
favorite
let y'all
thing right
know.
now, my favorite thing is tequila. I prefer Patron, but
Okay,
anything
period.
top shelf is fine.
As long as it ain't the
And
Casamigos, girl, because they ain't about to have me dead nowhere. Okay, over
girl,
here.
Miss Casa, listen, I said the last time I drunk Casamigo, I said, because she had me blacked out. But I
Do you?
also love me a good champagne too. So if you give me something bubbly, I'm cool with that too.
Okay, I'm pretty. Yeah, that bubbly pitch you right where you need to be. Okay,
Right where
yeah,
you need to
that
be,
bubbly be
definitely.
moving too fast for me. I like the
Yeah,
straight tequila on the rocks. Okay, give me some Don Julio, give me some Patron, give me some Casadores. Okay, not Casamigos. Okay, I went to the club the other night. I said Casadores. He came. I mind you, I'm watching him pour the shot, and this Casamigos. He came to get. I said, He said, what? I said Casadores. He said, oh, I thought you said. Nope.
nope, I
Take
did
pour that
not.
shot back. I
I
do
did
not
not
want
take
these.
take her right on back over there. Thank
Okay, up here,
you.
that's definitely glass. Okay, take that over that way.
Oh,
Okay.
booty.
Oh, well, thank you
I
so
like
much
pink
for coming on the
Moscato.
show. We really appreciate you, Troy.
No
Um,
problem.
yeah,
Thank you
and
so much.
look forward to having you back soon.
Definitely. And thank you guys. I can't wait to see you guys in Atlanta. Make sure you come turn up with me.
Yes, absolutely. Until next
Yes.
time,
Until
adios.
next time, adios. And if one more thing, if y'all have not watched the super trailer of Chasing Atlanta, make sure y'all go watch that. The link is on chasing.rlty in the bio. And you can also check out www.mychasingreality.com to get more of myself, King Payne, Chasing Dallas, all the girls across the platform. We
Yes,
love everybody. And that's on me. I will see you guys soon.
adios. Period. Safian, how did everything go? Any last words?
Everything went good. I asked all the questions I got, like I always do. What about you?
That's fine. I like the dynamic. I like how you kind of start at the beginning, and I kind of start with the mess, and then it kind of like collides in the middle, and then we get everything out. It's good. It's good. Like
Yeah.
don't change anything up. I feel like today you tried to change it up a little. Like safety eye. You know where you start at. Where were you born?
No, I was actually gonna do that. I was actually gonna ask him like, what about the fucking? But I was just like, no, let me not say that because that's kind of personal. I don't want him to get offended. And it was
Girl.
more so of a joke than me being serious. Because we talking about Valentine's Day. I didn't forget that question that you threw out to him, but I was just contemplating. I was like, you know what, fuck it. Because I
We
don't know
should
him
have
like that.
asked.
So
Definitely asked that next time. Okay. Period. Well, I have fun, friend. It looks like it's time to
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Until next time,
Yeah, the
we have
verses
some
is
other
on.
interviews. The verses is on. Oh yeah, let's go watch the
Yeah,
verses. And
Anthony Hamilton, Music Soul Child.
oh yes, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
watch
I'm
that,
already
and we'll
watching
talk.
it.
I'm gonna text you about some upcoming interviews that we got coming up. The
All right.
21st. You may be doing that on your own because that's the day of the retreat. But I'm gonna try to be there. We're gonna see. We'll talk about it. Okay.
The
Until next
21st, you mean
time.
the 22nd?
No, the retreat is the 21st through the 23rd. It's
Oh, okay.
3 days. Yeah.
All right, I'll do it by myself. It's no problem.
I'm gonna be here, but
Um,
I may
yeah, I'm
not
gonna
be on
definitely need
camera if
this
I'm
live stream.
hosting the party. I don't know because
No, that's fine. I
I
could
think
take it. That's fine,
okay.
because
Well,
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
have to learn how to
giving
do
you
it
a
by
heads
myself
up.
on my own.
I'm gonna give you a heads up. That's all. So I'll see you soon. We'll see you on the other side. Let's go over here to this versus battle, and the Fish King Hang gonna be live in a little while. So I'll see you guys soon. All right, Safian. All right, everybody. Adios. Until next time.